fourth principle is, let's illustrate this with an example. So let's say you take an orange, yeah? You take a nice, juicy, ripe orange, and you put it in your hand and you squeeze it. What do you get? Exactly. You get orange juice. So if you squeeze an orange really hard, you get orange juice, yeah? There's no way or no chance that you squeeze an orange, you get apple juice. And it doesn't matter who is squeezing the orange. If it's a child, for example, or it's an old person, or a soldier, or whatever it is, and it doesn't matter even what time, whether you squeeze it in the morning or afternoon, every time you squeeze an orange, you get orange juice. Now, this same principle applies to people. What is it that you give out when you're squeezed? So, for example, your boss at work is angry with you, or there's tight deadlines, or it could be your spouse is angry or being aggressive, or whatever it is. What is it that you give out in return? So, if you're giving out anger and resentment or violence or whatever it is, that means those are the things that are in you. In the same way that you squeeze an orange, you get orange juice. If you get squeezed and you give out this anger, that means you have this anger and these negative things in you. And those are not good for you. So, how do you get to have the things that are in you? It's pretty much from your thoughts, the things that you think about, because that is saying that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. Yeah. So if you have constant negative thoughts in you, those negative thoughts will manifest into their physical being of whatever it is that you give out as your juice, whether this is anger, resentment, because everything starts from an idea or a thought. So anything, even this jacket or these clothes or this microphone, anything is something that someone thought about, and then through a certain process it manifests into its physical being. So it goes the same with your thoughts, whatever you're thinking about. So if you're thinking bad thoughts, that's what, when you're squeezed, that's what you give out in the form of anger and resentment. Yeah. And if you're giving out positive things, like you have love and everything else that you're giving, that's what will manifest, and that's what will come out of you when you're squeezed. So make sure that you fill your thoughts with positive vibes, so that you carry yourself a positive mental attitude, positive thoughts, because those will manifest into good juice. So when you go out there, you're emitting these good vibes, and you can relate well to people. You can emit all this love, and you can serve people. You can give value, because just like we talked about in the third principle, that you can't give away what you don't have. If you have this love and you have this mentality and attitude of service, then that's what you will get back from the universe, and that will be your key, to staying motivated in whatever it is that you're doing. So I hope that's been quite useful, the four principles we've talked about. So just to summarize, the first one, we talked about how you should have a mind that is open to everything but attached to nothing. So think of other possibilities, of other ways of doing things. So you could be curious and say, that is an interesting idea. So that, but you get to expand your spectrum, be outward in thinking, but not getting attached to something that potentially you're deluding yourself that your happiness or your being should be attached to that in order that you can be. because it doesn't have to be like that. So open your mind to everything, but attached to nothing. That was the first one. So the second one was believing in yourself and having the confidence in your thoughts, so that you can develop this confidence competence loop. So you develop a good habit of doing and trying things, so that you become confident in it, and you develop that confidence, and you break the this self-doubt loop, which basically goes round and round, and you get trapped into this hesitation, the hiding, the being hypercritical, and the helplessness, because these are all negative vibes which lock you into a trap, and you don't get to, these are bad habits, and you don't get to develop that competency that you need in order to stay motivated. The third one, we talked about how you can't give away what you don't have. So you need to get those good vibes manifest in you, so that you can serve people instead of just asking for the universe to give you, because the universe will ask you the same. So be of service to the universe and to people, and abundance will flow. And the fourth one is how you give out what is inside you. You squeeze an orange, you get orange juice. So make sure you manifest good thoughts, so that when it comes to squeezing you, you're emitting these good vibes and a positive mental attitude in order to stay motivated. So I thought that's I hope that's been quite helpful. If you have any other ideas, feel free to share, comment, and yeah, we can keep discussions, and I get to share more ideas with you guys, and we continue learning and developing ourselves. So thank you very much for listening, and hope you go out there to experience, learn, grow, and when you get a chance, share your experiences with the rest of us. Thank you very much for listening. Cheers.